Hello everyone and welcome to today's reading. I hope that all is well. If you are new here, I am LeeApocrypha and it is a pleasure to meet you. And if you are returning, welcome back, soul family. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Let's just get a message that needs to come through. As always, my style reading is not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. Information, disclaimers, and decks are always in the description box down below. If you need to or want to have a look, please do so. 2 of Wands. Interesting. This card actually came out with one of my clients recently, and the energy it was giving me was the World card and like a magician type of energy. And even though this is the 2 of Wands, not the magician, not the World, it still carries those symbologies within it. Be aware if you've been feeling stuck. What is it that you're doing or not doing? I saw 111 that is keeping you in that state of feeling stuck. You have the world in your hands, but what are you going to do about it? You have more available to you than you acknowledge, recognize, appreciate, or whatever the case is. That doesn't make it any less so that it is within you and around you and that you have what you need. Yeah, maybe it's nice to have more, but I mean, you don't need it. So that may be the reason why you're not receiving it. There's blockages here. Speaking of blockages, you see the 8 of Pentacles. What is it that you're working on? Are you working hard enough to receive what it is that you asked for? What it is that you're waiting for? Yeah, sure, you can ask, hope, and pray all you want about something, but if you don't put in the work, the time, the energy, the diligence, it's not gonna fucking happen. And it doesn't matter how much you hope and pray and wish. You have to meet spirit halfway. And this is reminding me of another reading that came out. But this is also saying, if you've been feeling stuck, dream bigger. Think outside the box. Try something different. Try something new. If this is a creative blockage, go out in nature. Try a different medium. And it doesn't mean you have to stay within that. It just means try something different so that it can spark some kind of new idea within you. While you are working diligently on something, it's important to notice the details and to work those details out. But once you're done with your creation, you can't hyperfixate on it. Once it's done, it's done. Move on to the next. Learn what you can from what you did. There's all these pentacles that have already been worked on. And some of them look scratched up. Some of them are missing parts of the dragon or the pentacle. Some of them are not very detailed. They're all different, but they're all beautiful nonetheless. And each time that they've worked on one different pentacle, learn from it. Okay? You want to spread your wings and fly? Well, then allow yourself to expand your mind, expand your horizons. It's like there's certain careers that if you're stuck in a small town, good luck finding a job that has to do with what you're into in that small town. If you are too afraid to move or do what you need to do, then it's not that the opportunities are not there. They're not around you because that's not where the opportunities are. That doesn't mean you're not capable. But if you decide to stay stuck where you are out of comfort and you're too afraid to reach out, to go somewhere else, to do something different, it's not that the opportunity is not available to you. It's that you're not allowing the opportunity to be available to you. There's a difference. And we all get comfortable, but it's time to shake it up. We have the Hermit. This is beautiful to see. Because what this is saying is, despite all the noise around you, it's important to go within. It's important to take the time that you need to figure it out. Stop running from yourself. Stop complaining about not knowing what to do, but then you don't allow yourself the time to think about what it is that you need to do. When there's a will, there's a way. And sometimes you gotta make someone upset. Sometimes you have to push past your boundaries and get uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to say no. And sometimes you have to say, well, this is my life. I'm sorry, but this is the decision that I'm making. You're with me or you're not. And sometimes, you can say things in a better way than that. All right? But you have to figure that out. You have to figure out what it is that you need to say, how you need to say it, and who to. But if you don't allow yourself to take the time to dig deeper and to figure that out, well, no wonder you're feeling stuck. Because you choose not to face it. There's no other way around it. You can go to a counselor, you can get a tarot reading, you can spiritually divine yourself. But you're probably going to get the same answer. Regardless. And some of you, that's why you don't do it. Because you don't want to face your shit. But it's going to keep you stuck. Do you not feel more pain allowing it to hold you back than to push through and just move forward? It's your choice. It's your life. No one can force you. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can give somebody the answer, but if they don't believe it for themselves, it's not gonna mean shit. No matter how much science you have to back it up, no matter how much evidence you have, it's not gonna mean anything. Unless somebody's ready to receive it. And for some of you, you're not ready to receive what it is you're asking for. It's not that you're not capable. It's not that you're not worthy. You are worthy. You are capable. But you're not ready. Ready yourself. Prepare yourself. Do what you need to do. Make the changes. Work on the thing. Take that class. Whatever the fuck it is for you. Figure it out. There's the card that wants to come through. 9 of Pentacles. Stand in your power. This is about being sufficient within yourself. Independent. Not in a cocky way where you push people away, but in a peaceful understanding that you are the one that can make your dreams happen. Or not. Let's say if someone you know, because I've heard people say it's who you know, alright? So let's say somebody you know has their own business and they allow you to work with them. You got lucky. The blessing came to you through someone. But you still gotta put in the fucking work. Just because you know them, remember, they're your boss. They could fire your ass if you're not doing what you have to do. You make a promise, you agree to do a job, do it right. And if you don't know what to do, you don't know how to do it, ask. Figure it out. Work on it. Train yourself. If people aren't training you, bring it up. People are blaming you for not knowing what to do, but they never trained you. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard people that I know, family, friends, co-workers, exes, my partner, who have been in situations that they're working with people. They're maybe in a higher position and they're not being trained, and yet they're being called out on things that they haven't been trained to do. That's not right either. So take the initiative. If you don't know something, figure it out. Ask. I saw 1111. I saw 1101 and I saw 1111. So we have a lot of 111 energy. That's about alignment. You're seeing the synchronicities. You are tired of where you are at and you want a change, but you refuse to make changes. That's what I'm feeling here. But you have to remember, only you can do it. 1144. Only you can make the changes. Only you can say how it is that you feel. People can't read your mind and you can't read other people's mind. You want to know what somebody has to say? Ask them. You want somebody to know how you feel? Tell them. Stop hiding behind a mask because you're afraid. I saw 1212. You have to push past the fear. And that is so hard to do for all of us. Don't get me wrong. Things are easier said than done. But it takes practice. It takes effort. And I see some of you are really trying and doing your best, and you're going within and you're figuring your shit out, and it's still hard for you. Keep at it. Don't give up. Some of you have given up before you've even tried, and don't expect to receive what it is that you want until you put in the time, the effort, the energy, the work, the everything that you need to. Until you invest what it is that you need to meet spirit halfway. But others of you have been working diligently and you're waiting, and you're tired of waiting. Wait some more. Even though temperance isn't here, I'm feeling temperance energy. It's about patience and perseverance. It takes patience to heal. Maybe an athlete broke their arm or their leg or whatever it is that they needed. A musician, maybe they lost their voice, or whatever the case is. You may be forced into a situation where you have to stand still, that you can't do what it is because you're not figuring it out. Like, let's say a basketball player who broke their leg. Oh, now you can't play. Now you have to be patient and you have to let your limb heal properly so that you can be able to work up to it again when you are healed and ready. But if you push past it and you don't allow yourself to heal, you're gonna fuck up yourself. You're gonna fuck yourself over. That you might not ever be able to. So be careful. You have to know the difference of how much to do, when to do it. When you feel the call, do it. But don't force yourself just because you're impatient. You will hurt yourself. You will do more damage than good. This is about elevation. We kept getting ones, synchronicities with ones. I saw 888 as well earlier. So I'm seeing cycles here. This is about you elevating, and it's time to move past the shit. It's time to be honest, open, and raw with yourself. You are ready to receive the knowledge. You are ready to receive that next chapter if you allow yourself to be. And some people, they want things done like that before they're ready. So know the difference. Where are you? Are you ready for it? Have you been working towards it? Or are there still things that you need to work out the details? Because I'm seeing the possibilities are here. If you're watching this, the possibilities are here for you. For sure. But some of you are more aligned than others. And for some of you, you may be so hyper fixated on something that's not your purpose. And that might be why it's not coming to fruition, because you're so focused on something that's not truly in alignment with who you really are inside, internally. We have the universe. This is the world in this deck. What do you have your eye on? Eye is on the prize. Where is it at? What are you focusing on? What's important to you? This eye is not afraid. This is the type of eye that can see through anything and anyone. The type of eye that is moving past any barriers. The type of eye that cuts deep. That sees far and clearly. What have your eyes been fixated on? Have you been following your intuition? Have you been listening to the signs? You're noticing the signs. But are you deciphering them? Are you just like, oh, there's another one. There's another one. There's a reason why you're getting them. What is it that you're thinking about in that moment? What is it that you're focusing on in that moment? What is it that those numbers or whatever sign that it is, symbols, remind you of? It's important to see the truth of your situation. And that will be different for everybody. But like the dragon doesn't fear anything. Dragons are wise and pure. They're not evil, and they're not aggressive unless they need to be. What is it that you really want? And how is it that you're gonna get there? I love this card because, like, it really just sees through your shit. Like, imagine you're speaking to a dragon and the dragon's looking at you and you could just feel it look and see through every single part of you like an X-ray. This is X-ray vision. And the dragon, I feel, is telling you, I see the truth. Do you? You cannot lie to me. You cannot hide from me. I see you for who you are. You speak to me of wishes and dreams that are of the flesh, but what is of the soul. That is what is important, and that is how you will feel in alignment. What is in your soul? What is your purpose? And you don't have to define it, but feel it. Feel it. Okay? Let's see. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Stop feeling so burdened by the fear, by the doubt, by the anxiety. You're keeping yourself stuck when you have what you need. Move past it. Let that shit go. Heal from it. Make a move. Transition. Transform. Okay? Let's see, underneath. We have the Sire of Swords. Oh, I'm sorry, the Six of Swords in reverse. So you're afraid. I saw 2121. You may be afraid that you won't be successful. But let me tell you something. Is that the truth? Or are you just afraid of success? Are you afraid of failing? Are you afraid of what's to come after things get hard? After you have to put more effort? After you have to show up more? After you have to do XYZ more? Somebody who wants to be a doctor, well, you have to invest the time, the money, the energy to study and to work on those certifications, and you have to keep them up to date. Someone who's afraid to be a doctor is probably too afraid to invest any of that. And then if somebody has invested all of that, if they're too afraid to do it, they're afraid of that commitment. It's not because they're not knowledgeable. It's not because they can't do it. It's because they're afraid to commit to what their soul wants or needs. Speaking of healing, like I'm noticing the Ankh. I'm feeling Sekhmet and Isis. So I don't know if you feel connected to ancient Egyptian history or pantheon or whatever the case is, or maybe you don't. But I'm seeing something here about past life. Okay. I got a message that the reason why you're so afraid, because some of you don't understand what you're afraid of. You know what it is that you want. You know what it is that you need, but you don't understand what it is that's holding you back. And I feel for some of you, this is because of your past life. Your past life was too afraid to make things happen. By the time that the past self has passed, they were not able to achieve what it is that they set out to do. I'm seeing Akashic Records. And I heard Thoth, and I'm seeing Anubis. So I'm seeing a lot of like Egyptian symbologies here. I feel like that's gonna resonate for somebody. It's not gonna be for everybody though. And I see 1001. Alright. So if you feel like you're stuck and you don't understand why, then delve deeper into understanding your past life. Look into your south node and your north node. Your south node is what you are the most comfortable with, because that is your past life. Your north node is your purpose. It is your north star in this current lifetime. So work on those. Figure those out, and it is like a roadmap to help you in your life. Okay. Our entire birth chart is just like a schematic of our life, the blueprint of who we are and what we're meant to do and what our soul set out to do. But the truth is, we have free will. And despite what our soul or what our guides, our gods, our goddesses, our ancestors, or whatever, regardless of what they have set out for us and what we have set out for ourselves, we have free will. And so does everybody else around us. So it's up to us. And I mean, that's what it falls down to. Okay, so I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this message helped bring some clarity and perspective to your situation if it resonated. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, any suggestions, feel free to let me know. All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Happy holidays. Bye.